This is a story about finding your sunshine, even when it feels like a permanent eclipse. It's about Leo and learning to fly again. Leo used to be a human hummingbird, always buzzing, always creating, always leaving a glittering trail of joy. Wherever he went, he was a painter, vibrant, bold paintings that exploded with color and life. But then, the gallery closed. His savings dwindled, and a deep grey fog settled over him, obscuring his vibrant world. He stopped painting. The brushes lay dusty in a ceramic mug. The canvases leaned against the wall, blank and judging. He spent his days on the sofa, watching old movies, the light, flickering across his face like a shadow play of his former self. One particularly gloomy Tuesday, Leo's neighbor, Mrs. Rodriguez, a woman whose smile could melt glaciers, knocked on his door. She had a mischievous glint in her eye and held a small wilting sunflower in a pot. "Leo, querido," she said, her voice warm as the summer sun. "This little beauty needs some love. I'm going away for a week, and you're the only one I trust to give it sunshine." Leo hesitated. Look after a plant. He couldn't even look after himself. But Mrs. Rodriguez's eyes held a gentle plea, and he couldn't refuse. He took the pot. The sunflower drooped pathetically. He placed it on the windowsill, figuring it would probably be dead by the time Mrs. Rodriguez returned. The next morning, he almost forgot about it, but as he grabbed his coffee, a tiny spark of curiosity flickered. He peered at the sunflower. It hadn't withered further. He carefully watered it, remembering the instructions Mrs. Rodriguez had given him. Days turned into evenings. Leo found himself drawn to the sunflower. He'd talk to it, mumbling about the weather, about the depressing movie he'd watched, even a fleeting memory of a particularly vibrant painting he'd once created of a field of sunflowers. He noticed little things, the way the leaves reached towards the sunlight, the way the stem straightened a little each day. He researched online about sunflowers, learning about their resilience, their ability to track the sun, always seeking the light. One afternoon, he found himself staring at the sunflower, really seeing it. The delicate veins on the leaves, the intricate pattern in the center of the bloom. He instinctively reached for a sketchbook he hadn't touched in months. He sketched the sunflower. At first, the lines were shaky, hesitant. But as he drew, a familiar feeling returned, a feeling of connection, of flow, of joy. He started painting the sunflower. He mixed colors he hadn't used in years, vibrant yellows, deep greens, earthy browns. The fog in his mind began to dissipate, replaced by the warm glow of creativity. He painted the sunflower every day, capturing its subtle changes, its unwavering pursuit of the sun. He started venturing outside, sketching other flowers, trees, the way the light danced on the brick walls of the buildings. A week later, Mrs. Rodriguez returned. She gasped when she saw the sunflower, now standing tall and proud, its face turned towards the window. "Leo, you worked a miracle." Leo smiled, a genuine smile, one that reached his eyes. "It wasn't me, Mrs. Rodriguez," he said. "It was the sunflower. It reminded me to look for the sunshine again." He showed her his paintings, a series of vibrant sunflower portraits, each one bursting with life. Mrs. Rodriguez hugged him tight. "You see, Leo, you had the sunshine in you all along. You just needed a little reminder." Leo didn't become an overnight sensation. He didn't suddenly sell all his paintings, but he did something more important. He reconnected with his passion. He started painting again, not for fame or fortune, but for the pure joy of creation. He opened his heart to the light, and the light, in turn, illuminated his world. And every time he looked at a sunflower, he remembered that even on the darkest days, the sun is always there waiting to be found. You just have to turn your face towards it. So find your sunflower, whatever it may be. Water it with your attention, nurture it with your passion, and watch it bloom. Because you, my friend, have the sunshine within you, waiting to shine. Now, go out there and let it. For more motivational stories like this, subscribe the channel. Remember, you are not alone.